used to run. Most people in my country run, but I run because I love to. It gave me an illusion of flying. Flying. I don't know why I love flying so much, but truly I envy no man while I am in the air, because I can see more than any man can. Because the blue is in my lap and I am closer to God from here than anywhere else. They say right decisions take you beyond the skies. Mine literally did. Come on, don't ask me why Canada. There's no country that invites and embraces international students like Canada does. I discovered that it's also one of the most multicultural countries. I was surprised that the cost of pilot training here was lesser than schools in Mexico. And here's an advice: when you're confused, listen to your mother's advice. My mother has been my driving force. To fulfill my dreams, she has taken all my nightmares. Sending her son abroad can be a nightmare, with the visa and study permit and all. Package cost for training was so good that my mom and I wondered if the quality of the training was as good. But we verified that the school had passed every quality education and safety audit from Transport Canada. My mom and I were relieved. I heard someone say that getting a visa clearance was very difficult, almost impossible, for someone from a third world country like me. It will always be a myth to me. Pacific Aviation Academy make the process so easy for me. I met with the friendliest staff, and my instructor actually took me out for a short assessment flight so he could estimate my training time. That was a great feeling. I did not expect to be in the field on the very next day of my induction. This school was surprising me. A pilot, they say, should be a global and must have information about different parts of the world. That I think was taken care of because it seemed that I was studying with the United Nations organization. Accommodation and transportation included in the fees, that too in miraculously expensive city that Vancouver is. I was slowly realizing the worth of my mother's decision. My mom would have liked these accommodations more than me, because discipline is the word here. No smoking or alcohol in the premises, and even monitor entries and exits. This discipline is supplemented with safety precautions during our training. As a hot-blooded youngster, I was always reluctant to take safety precautions. But our instructors who are active pilots seem to be ready for this. I knew that look before even coming to this school. You see, my mom is a teacher and has always said, teachers should be firm, but fair. Oh, Mr. Jimenez is from Spain and he speaks Spanish and English. He was trained to be an instructor right here at Pacific Aviation Academy. Now he's employed here and has a 2-year work permit. He's so easy to work with. Surprised that my instructor started my radio communication training the very next day I arrived in Canada. Soon I was flying with my instructor and communicating with various control towers in the area, which quickly gave me the confidence to talk and feel like an airline pilot. We have a great training system here. Our cost of training here is lower also because the designated practice area is right there. So we can start our exercises as soon as we are up in the air. I love coming to school and spend time with other students. We share information, knowledge, and often help each other with flight planning and preparation. We can buy groceries or go out and eat Mexican, Indian, Chinese, Italian, Japanese, Greek, Russian, or we love to share a large pizza. Sometimes we just goof around, hang out, or go for lunch. I must add that all foreign students here have now become my close friends.
Ito yung sample kung saan Question further taken out 1940 Zulu. Wind calm, visibility 4 and then sky conditions, ceiling 200 broken, higher overcast.
Their passion towards aviation reaffirms my faith in this great profession I have chosen for myself. One of the most passionate friends I have is Colin. He was born and raised in a middle-class family, and we live just minutes away from the airport. Seeing him at the school made me even more secure about my decision. Colin told me that the flying aircraft was the Cessna 152, Golf uniform, which is also his favorite aircraft. He told me that this Cessna 152 is a sheer beauty. I fly the Cessna 172, India uniform, which is bigger and faster. He helped me a lot with the English speaking skill. It was easy as he understood no Spanish and I had to speak English. Colin supports his own studies and works as a salesman. Most Canadians' kids pay for their own school by working. In Mexico, parents help out the kids with their studies. Colin introduced me to the school's computer-based ground training program, which allows each student to log in and self-study anytime he or she wants. Colin told me that this helped a lot in self-teaching. As my mother had to work hard to pay for my training, cost was an important factor for me to choose Pacific Aviation Academy. Our hourly cost of aircraft rental at Pacific Aviation is significantly lower than most other schools in Canada. Hope I can complete before price goes up as fuel costs keep going up and up. Regular classroom sessions by our pilot instructors have helped me attain, acknowledge, and build confidence, but this computerized training program helps prepare for various tests. This is a perfect airport for training, as air traffic here is very moderate, which means quicker takeoff and landing clearances by the control tower. That to me means less cost to complete my training. Meeting Colin has made me think about different avenues in this industry. Colin told me that once we're done with the single-engine private pilot course, he plans to complete his multi-engine training, which can be completed in about 10 hours. Almost all airlines advertising to hire pilots now require the application to have the multi-engine endorsement on the pilot license. Our goal is to get a job as an airline pilot before we're 25 years old. Knowledge is very important for the safety of pilots and the airspace. Our CFI always says, "Boys and girls, let's all be safe up there." I was happy to find out that our school has always passed various safety audits conducted by Transport Canada inspectors. No pilot at our school is allowed to fly solo unless fully competent and has passed various written flight tests. Safety is rule number 1 here, but once these tests are over, it is time to fly solo. My mom calls me every day here. She knows everything that happens here. No, I don't tell her. It's our director who keeps in touch with the guardians of all students. My mom is happy that my Canadian pilot license, once converted, will be good and valid in 96 countries of the world. That means more job and travel opportunities for me. Families of most airline pilots get to travel the world for free. I guess my mom will be my travel partner until I can find myself a wife. I hope our custom-made school shirts that say "Marry Me, Fly Free" will help. British Columbia is spectacular. Our airport is located in the valley surrounded by numerous mountains, lakes, rivers, and the Pacific Ocean. That means I will be able to get my mountain rating over the top and over the ocean check rides during my normal training schedule and without having to pay extra money. These additions make me a superior pilot, plus my license more useful and valuable. The training will be done soon and new avenues await for me and my friends. We always check ads for pilot jobs in the world. We're noticing more jobs postings by airlines for hiring new pilots. Thousands of new pilots are needed in South America, Mexico, India, China, Africa, Europe, and many other countries of the world. Local airlines are hiring too lately. Air travel is no longer a luxury, it's a necessity. Air travel is getting cheaper and cheaper by the day. Boeing and Airbus factories are unable to meet the demand for passenger jets. Thousands of pilots retire before the age 55 because of medical reasons. There are many job openings in the private and corporate jet businesses: cargo, float planes, oil exploration, firefighting, police surveillance, air ambulances, commuter aircrafts, and many more. I am almost finished with my commercial pilot training. I can hardly wait to get a job as a commercial pilot. This was my story, and wish me luck.